come through and lock on. Won't go anywhere anytime soon. And okay, now it's starting really to rain. But anyway, same thing. Somebody has been taking way too much this insulation from the copper off, but it will suffice. It's not too much. But as you know, I am licensed electrician. There is a I could be any boss type of person in these electrical things, and from the installer itself I could say you had well, it is still okay, but it is little bit too long to leave the copper like that. It's in the regulations or it's not a regulated, I mean, but how I would say to installer it had to be somewhat shorter. It's almost too long. But after you have done this enough times, there is, as you saw how I did, you have done this enough times, you have to hang on how long you will leave those wires, how long you can leave those wires, and everything is fine. But as there are many installers, electricians, unlicensed and licensed ones, these things are what they are. Now I'm a little bit trying to compare these lights. The first one is little bit, let's just say that is okay. The middle one is maybe too low, and I might want to little bit heighten this one somewhat. I don't know. The 120 degrees angle is somewhat. I think I will leave it like that. Started raining much more. I have to put my hoodie on. And fortunately, camera is waterproof like the mic as well. I'd say we go with like this. And the ending of that, or how can I say it? The last word is from the owner itself, not mine. And even if they are okay or not, he can change those angles by himself. Won't need any help from me or any like electrician to do that kind of work. Okay, here is some kind of hand-drawn picture from the installment plan, but basically well, this is a little bit wrong way to draw, but now we did these three ones, and now I'm changing these from this wall, and the one one in that corner need to be changed. So there is these 7, but these 2 are broken. This one in the corner is okay. I will change that to this 50-watt LED lamp. So next one. This kind of free time, if I might say so. Free time installment videos are pretty pleasant. I can do in my pace, no anything in like I have to check any this. Let's just say I'm not running with the watch, so I can do these things in a piece. Well, I'm not slacking or anything like that, but I'm meaning there's no anyone to smacking my back that do your work. Hurry! Time is money, so on. Well, in this case also, time is money. I won't say otherwise, yeah, but that sentence, time is a money, in these installments, they are just, let's just say, out of the picture. I do not need to check my watch all the time. When is the break time? And when is the lunch time? Blah blah, yada yada. You know the stuff. By doing this in my very own pace, I like this way to work. And one day I hope this might be the reality, that I don't have to run with the clock attached to my neck. This might be a little bit hard to get, maybe. Oh. Let's take the jar out the way, go, 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 go. Like so, there we are, somewhat close. Well, we cannot go any closer, so that one. Yeah. Let's take the box open. Box. From this side. Yeah. Zip tie. Like so. Then we will detach the light from the source itself. Like so. There we go. Now, the light itself. This seems pretty old. As you can see, the painting is like more gray than black. I think these lights, almost all, at least these cheap ones, are sold as a black painted. Well, okay. That went flying, nice. Hopefully it didn't go inside the tire pile. No. There we have it. Well, nice. Come on now, behave. Cannot reach it. all the dirt making mess again. Okay, so let's install this. Probably, maybe sometime should grow third hand. Helps a lot. Do not fall. Oh my god. Screws can fly, what do I care, but if the machine is flying, well, that's not okay. So is it in the middle? Not that much. This way, maybe. Yeah. In my home, I have this. I did 200, if I remember correctly. I think it was 200 watt floodlight. I did repair it. It was broken. I don't know. Some condensator was blasted itself. So when did I replace that? It started working again. But somebody has thrown that away. I did salvage it, and now that it's in my possession, and I did put that in that wall. It's nice at the winter and in the dusk times when it's flashing on, it will show like 100 meters straight a light. Let's just say there is enough lumens to show the whole yard in a one single floodlight, and thankfully it won't eat much of this. Okay, it won't eat amperage much as any of these floodlights eat anyway. We are speaking like, well, I don't know the cost straight away from out of my head how much it will cost to, like, if you use it like a 5 hours straight. But these smaller lights, it's like a it's very cheap. But in the past, when there were these light bulbs that were like iron wire or whatever they were called in that time, like in my youth, when I was very young gentleman. So that story is different. Those lights was eating so much amperage that they will cost some money to use. So in these new times, these are not new times, these are present time. Present times, well, they are very different than the past. But anyway, when you have enough lightning, Why the heck you have to live in the dark? Now that these things are pretty much efficient enough and cheap, and those higher end floodlights especially, they can be focused their light somewhat where you need to then to focus. And in the past, when the LED start to came in the markets, there were no any lenses to equip it to these floodlights. Any like not by any manner. Like in these days, these high-end and high-powered LEDs, there is a lens technology used with them, so they are very efficient about their how they are being used. In some cases, it's nice to have one focused good floodlight than this light that just shows off everywhere. And glaring, blinding everybody. Well, this one needs to fly much more higher its beam, so I might even raise it. Oh, I have to tighten this up a little bit more. Come on now. Okay, it's straight. And I don't know. Time will tell. Or not time. The user will tell, is this okay or not. Well, maybe half yard of this, I mean, not the measurement anyway. I'm not meaning that I'm not meaning that yard itself. Okay. Now the middle one at the door. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I did have. Yeah. My girl has sent a message to me. Nothing important. Okay. So, and cutting off this plug. So, Then this one. Oh. Is this too near? Nope, it's okay. Yep. Sneeze. Little bit. Somewhat cold, but not too cold. This has this eye installed to it. Okay. Well, this is new. Well, I cannot do anything, so just chopping it off. And then let's take all kind of cables in a way. Even this is anyway. Should get them. Come on now. The middle one. So. Now that this is loosened, I will put that in the bottom one almost. Yeah. Now the light itself. Oh, almost. Ah, the drill bit decided to start flying. How pleasant. Well. Well, let's climb back up. And let's install this light. A bit higher this. Okay, it's like in the middle. Well, almost. The old holes are what they are. I'm not making new ones. Well, it's in its place. Now we will bring the cable inside. So I should put this like so. that. Alrighty. I hate that people are using these middle lines only. It's easier to put it on the corners all the way. If there is enough cables, it's a different story, but when there are only like two, that's a little bit stupid if you ask me. But like I already said, there is much of installers, they will make these things as they go. Right. Oh, well, did test that it's okay. Have to test, I mean. And of course this has to be in the way, like now. We'll put this like it was originally. Like this way, and well, these are a little bit what they are. These construction boxes originally has been used only for these white cables that are like well, when you are using nail attachments, this cable won't go anywhere. But if you are using these zip ties and rubber cables, these are plastic cables. These rubber cables can start to move. Well, they are, of course, they will allow movement, but in sense of being at one place, that you are just keeping these cables, that they are not moving. Well, the zip tie, well, it works somewhat in some sense, but the nail attachments, they will keep these cables on the place. Zip ties won't. Well, as good as you probably want, but remember to tighten these all the way. Okay, now it's okay. And the angle, oh, this is behaving. Is it still in a place? I think so. Maybe some more. Well, these screws are a little bit smaller than they should be, but it won't fly off from the place. Well, how about the yard itself? Is it enough? The first one might be too low, maybe. Depends. Well, anyway, somewhat has its own place right now. And this light is working but the owner wants that I will change that light to the next one. And to this light's place I will install the last do not fall, the last 100 watt light. And also maybe you can see there's 4 lights at least broken. I don't know why these lights are so easy to go broke. These ones, at least it will say 3 years is the warranty. That is not a bad thing. And also it's a little bit funny if somebody remembers these energy meters in the past when there were these normal light bulbs. In these cases that it will say it's like a F class, pretty much A is the best, and the lower the class, the worst it is. And it will say this light has, well, in the Finnish it will say how efficient this light is, how much it's eating energy, amperage, to give out the light that it's designed to give. But in English it will say light output ratio is over 80%. Well, this is not the same thing that is in the Finnish. Output ratio is what it is, but if efficiency is what's like in here. And this is a little bit stupid to just convert it from Finnish to English or another language. And this marking is not accurate at all, because these things, just see how much it's eating, these things would perhaps saying how much it's using. Well, it seems it will only tell the voltage and hertz, but nothing about how long. How much it's drawing amperage, or well, the light itself it's 100 watts, but you cannot convert it straight away into amperage because the LED watt is not same as the light bulb watt is. A little bit stupid that it won't tell it. It should be under here. Well, what can you do? They don't want to know. They don't want to people know how much these things are using. Well, small thing, but like I said, this label won't be accurate any sense. But this hour to 25,000 hours is the lifetime, but it won't tell how many times you can flick it on and off. Also, that would be a nice thing to know. Well, it is what it is. And we have to use this what we are provided with. Last slide to go. And why I'm looking for those informations? Well, in a basic user, it might or might not be like you don't need to know those things, okay? They won't affect anything. But if you somehow want to know how much something is eating, well, especially this amperage, what we are, that is what we are using, and that is what our meters in the wall, in those main junction boxes and these main fuse boxes will measure. They will, in a sense, like I am a professional electrician, I like to know things much more accurate, because with those information I can, like in this case, I could calculate very easily and very accurate amount, how much if I put like 100 of these in the same time, flick them on, I mean. How much is the workload that is coming from these lights to the fuse boxes, fuse, that it won't just pang go out, because of that workload is enough to keep it on, but the starting amperage is higher always when things start, or in this case flick on. The load is very different than the continuously, how can I say it clearly? I'm blabbering about and again. The meaning what I am trying to say is that when there are some kind of information about these things, I can, as a professional, use that information when, if I am doing something new, installments from the very beginning to the end. I have to know what I am installing and what I am doing, that I am not causing problems, fire hazards, any other problems. And all these things can be calculated from these informations that these packets should provide. But like I said, if somebody is doing these installments like I am, we have to know, but these things are plug and play, pretty much. You don't have to know anything about specific information. But now that I am clipping this plug off and doing these installments like I am now, well, things will get complicated if you are just basic home electrical user that doesn't have any kind of knowledge, if you are just doing what I am doing, and if you have not any experience at least, what could go wrong if you are doing these kind of installments. But these are my opinions that I just want to know what I'm perhaps doing the more accurate way. Okay, this is not in the place. Let's make it so that it's in the place. Safety first, people. Yeah. take that screwdriver. There is the connection box screw to open it up, and same thing here. I will flip this corner one. Okay. Now the zip tie. Yep. And this one was okay, as I said, or hopefully the owner remembers right, but he wants this light to be in there. So we are leaving that in the place. And we are using this new one. Excuse me. Well. Well. Okay. Let's tighten this up. Well, somewhat straight. I mean. Let's see. Yeah, now the cable. So, and here is this rubber lip. You want to, if it's possible, to be like so, that it's well, it will even some sense trying to prevent water or any liquid sustenance go if like it's like in here side or the top, that it's try to keep this neck. If it's like in here there is this rubber neck, but you cannot always have that kind of installment if it's full of these cables and you are trying to pull it like I did, pull it through and pull a little bit back, that lip might go under here. Well, in this case it did work, but in some cases that some these conjunction boxes are so bad quality that these rubbers that should be a rubber, they are more like like a plastic than a rubber. So in that case, this what I did, well, let's just say it won't happen. You just cannot do the make plastic do what rubber can do. So you have to consider when you are buying something like this electrical equipment, that what kind of quality these are, and like these lights as well. They will cost more that are better to install, but that cost usually means better and easier install, especially if that conjunction box is like a influence of weather. If you are understanding what I'm meaning, like in this is under roof almost, it won't matter so much. But if this is like a place where it doesn't have any kind of outer protection, and you are using some cheap plastic wallet, these conjuncting boxes, well, this is plastic, I don't mean this frame, but this go through, if that is a plastic, some cheap, well, you have a problem very soon in your hands, believe me. Because the well, it's not right to say insulation, but let's just say the water prevention capabilities of that conjunction box is really bad. I might even say zero, because plastic won't hold any kind or in any matter that water that can go seeping in these conjunction boxes. If you know these things, you can prevent that water can't go in. And some boxes even have these small holes in them. I don't know, does this have any of those holes? No, not straight away anyway. But there is two these, I don't know if I can call them a lips or whatever. I mean, there is four. Every side has one. And if you are like very knowledgeable installer, or someone who knows that this box might have water in it someday, in some level, you can drill hole to this point. I don't know, can you see it how good? But this side has this lip here that you can drill through, let the hole be as it is. If the water can come in, it will, but it will get out from that hole, very same hole. And remember, if it's going to be flooded fully, well, short circuit will occur. So, like I said, these things need to be covered some way than just as they are, like this one is now. And this one is covered by that roof over its head. If some water can reach this box, the only hole is in this bottom side and from the back plate itself. Water can at least very easily come in. So that light is like so. Everything is in place. That is in there, and the cover is back in its place. This thing is okay. And now I have to check this angle again. What kind of, maybe even that. Every single one is a little bit different angle, but that won't be a problem, because these things has to be tested anyway, and in the dusk they had to be calibrated. Well, not calibrated in a sense, but you know what I mean. Their angle might be okay, I don't know. I do not know these lights because there is limited information. And even if there were enough information, I still don't have this angle meter that I can just put in there and check the whole perimeter, how good that light coverage is. So we have to just believe that it's okay. And if it's not, it's easy to check and easy to calibrate. And if the light amount is not enough, well, buying new one. Well, I will throw my garbage first. So we are almost done. These electrical installments, as they are like in this case, are very simple. At least for those who know what they are doing. But when there is, well, in this plan there is a little bit complicated installment upcoming. I will shoot that if I am allowed. Won't happen today, but we are in this planning phase where I told the owner to make last revision that I can start calculate how much I need the cables. There are very different ones. How many switches, how many connection boxes, how many lights, how many these plug points. And also he told me that he would want third-phase, I mean three-phase electric plug in one of the walls, and I did check the fuse box, that cable that is coming in this firewood shack. And also when I did that, I did say it won't be that cable is okay, but for the use of this fuse box, it is way too small. There are limitations when you can build, if you have like this garage, you have your own fuse box on the wall. If you have enough big the feeding cable. But in this case, in this plan, I don't know, can you see it very well or not? But anyway, that fuse box's feeding cable, it is not sufficient. It is okay for the normal lights and this only this one phase electric plugs. I have to check what they are called in English. It buggers me because I'm talking pretty much nonsense again. But anyway, it's okay for them. I mean lights and the plugs itself. But I cannot install the fuse box inside because the feeding cable is not big enough to that I can maintain this fuse box. How can I say it? Well, like this. I have big fuses here that are feeding the small fuse box with a smaller fuses in it. Now that I have this one cable that cannot support big currents, I mean amperage, I cannot build a fuse box inside the jack that allow use 3 phases. Okay, I can do that, but there is limitations from the length of the cable, and like I was showing you, well, I did not show you yet that machine. I have with that machine with my in my car with me. You have to measure those lengths, how they will affect how this short circuit amperage is occurring. There is lots of cover if I start to speak it anymore, but you have to believe me when I'm saying that I can install this 3 phases plug in there, but I cannot install this fuse box between the feeder fuse box and this another fuse box. That should be bigger diameter cable. After that I could do that, but it's that cable that goes on underground, so we are not changing that anytime soon. So anyway, I will ask how that last revision, if the owner wants that I'm installing the 3 phases plug in the wall, on the wall, I can do that, no big deal. But it has this same feeder line that where it's from. There is some meters. I don't know, it won't matter in this moment of time because this is upcoming and we shall see what we are doing. But yeah, I will show you. This is kind of interesting. Well, somebody might doesn't want even to see these things, but somebody who is even a little bit interested what kind of job is to do these electrical installments and so on. And in my viewpoint, you might not know perhaps anything or very little. And those who are doing these things as their professionals, they are professionals, okay, but they are not licensed ones. So even those people can somewhat learn what I'm doing. And when you are in this licensed one's pants, like in mine, you have so much knowledge more than basic installers have. I am not the brightest light in the Christmas tree, okay? There might be a better installers that doesn't have this license to do these things. But these things anyway are interesting to me to make, and hopefully I can interest you to even see, because well, there might be way better YouTubers that make these kind of installment videos than I am, and good for them. I am not jealous, because this is a little bit embarrassing to speak like I am speaking. There is lot to be improved in this my whole YouTube career in any way. These are, but I still like to do this, even if I'm yappering and getting stuck with my words and so on. I will get better in time, and hopefully you understand that not everybody is language people that just spoke very fluently. But anyway, these things, these are nice to do, and I will love to show you how these things will work. And there are these times when things are not going anywhere near that you are or somebody is planning or planned to do. So that's why we electricians exist, that we solve problems that are very hazardous, like in these cases. That here is the at least one label is in its place, but even that is not telling those things that I want to know. But anyway, in these home installments there are, I cannot get that lip. There it is. These home installments are much more pleasant to do, because you don't have to consider how long you have to do these, that if there is a huge factor that depends on that there is a like electricity available whole time, or at least when it's a break time, maybe then there is no enough people to work around that are needing electricity. So in that case you have a time to make these maintains problem shooting. I mean I mean troubleshooting. Oh my god, bear with me. Yeah, so we have to minimize these down times as possible, so that if the big factory is standing because you are doing your installments in wrong phase, let's just say wrong pace, I mean, well, whole factory will wait you and only you that you are done. But there is a cases when you are doing your job as you need, but the problem is so let's just say complicated that you just cannot snap your fingers and be done with it. No, no. This profession is not so easy. Not at all. So we have to understand few things first, that by doing this kind of work, the safety is always the first thing that is what matters. I mean, you cannot rush some things because you have to check if you are troubleshooting why something is not working. So I have to just check. These both are I think these are both same. Well, anyway, I will install this like we agreed. Yeah, even so, this profession or whole electricity thing is in these factories. They are very different type of work, and also there might be different voltage to be used, like in motors and so on. So anyway, to do these things, there is lots of things that you have to do before you can do anything. That's why this is so regulated, at least in Finland, that people has get hurt and even die because they are not paying enough attention what is going on. So, but anyway, this is hefty kind of job to do when you are doing it like your profession and whole day salary work. Yeah. Oh, it's a little bit loose and still. Even this is the reason why I am using Torx headed screws. Well, it's tight enough. It will still move, but I don't want to. I don't want to break those edges of this. These screws. But yeah, we are nearing the final phase of this work. If I just can get these cables to go through that hole. Like so. and as you remember that the rubber lip, just try to push it down like so. Like so, like so. So I will soon cut off the video feed because I'm done with this installment. And like I have said, I cannot test this now because I had to change these parameters that in those these movement seeking eyes have. When I'm putting these lights back on, I mean this whole electricity, they will flick on and off. Oh, this is so loose and nice. Well, I have to try drill them a little bit deeper than that. Maybe now. Put another one. Let's put this back to its place. Everything is golden. Well, I don't know how. What is the angle here? Maybe this way. Is there enough or not? Well, the owner must try that by himself. But anyway, that was the 7 lights installment. But anyway, this might work if I don't remember wrong. But anyway, I will start checking those lights if they might work and so on. That kind of installment video. Hopefully you did like it. I will edit this somewhat and publish it, and there will be that firewood jack installment video as well when that occurs, but it's upcoming sometime. So leave a comment and like and follow me to next video. Thanks for watching and see you. Bye bye.